The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Well, time for the fact that makes your brain just go. Now, I was stunned when I read this morning. Never heard of this before. And a couple of our listeners have. So some checked in on the text line and they knew what this was about. So I did say the Russians did something that's crazy. And now...
The Russians did?
The Russians.
Something crazy?
That's right. Now, think of all the crazy things Russians have done. And Russia has done.
Name them.
I can name one where they almost launched a nuclear war back in the 80s based on lightning.
I don't know this story. What happened?
This is not the fact. I'll give you this quick recap of it. It happened back in the 80s. They put this new satellite system up to detect American nuclear warheads coming into Russia. They put it up, and it said that all of our warheads had been launched. This is in the middle of the night. So every one of the people in the Russian command center said, we got to launch our missiles. We have to go. This is it. They're on their way. And one guy in there said, this can't be real. There's been no strife going on between us at this time. Something's wrong. This can't be real. And everybody said, no, we have to launch the missiles. You're going to get executed if you don't launch the missiles. Oh. He kept his guns going. He said, no, we will not launch them because this is crazy. This can't be right. Turns out their radar system was detecting lightning and atmospheric storms over Russia. Now, there's a documentary about this guy. He actually then got demoted for not launching the missiles.
At least he didn't get killed, though.
He didn't get killed, but he basically died, broke somewhere in Russia, like Siberia, and no one ever thanked him for saving the world. We wouldn't be here right now if that happened.
Wow. I want to thank him. Is he still around?
I think he passed away.
Oh.
You can pour one out today for him, Kara.
I will.
Yeah, dedicate your lunch to him.
Yeah, that's a true story. But that's not this story. This one is more fun. What the crazy Russia did. What they did is I said they traded 17 submarines for something in America secretly in the 80s, right around this time, too. And again, Kara thinks it was for a secret. Case, what do you think it might be for?
I'm afraid it's for more military weapons. I think the U.S. has some stuff, and Russia was like, well, we'll take that. It'll all be good.
That sounds great, too, and it probably happened, but I said this was fun.
Oh.
They traded 17 submarines, a frigate, a cruiser, and a destroyer in 1989 to Pepsi.
Oh, really?
So they could get more Pepsi.
Oh, wow. Why doesn't Pepsi use it in their ads?
Well, I don't know if they want to.
I don't know if they want to be tied into the Russians.
So apparently Russia loved Pepsi even more than us.
Wow.
First off, I hate Pepsi. I'm a Coke guy.
I love it. I'm a big
love
Pepsi guy.
I like Diet Pepsi.
You like Diet Pepsi? Mm-hmm. And you like Mountain Dew products.
Well, I like Pepsi.
Oh, okay. You drink Pepsi over Coke?
Yeah.
I forgot now. Is Mountain Dew a Pepsi or a Coke product?
Mountain Dew is a Pepsi product.
Okay.
Which is why the news that Subway, starting in 2025, is going to Pepsi.
Yeah.
Means I'm going to be able to get my meatball sub with a Mountain Dew. America's changing, and it's changing for the better.
Actually, I'm never going to Subway again. I need my Coke Zero. I need a regular Coke when I go out. I treat myself, get a regular Coke.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
if
good.
there's Jack Daniels, I want a regular Coke.
What about vodka?
Vodka and Coke? That doesn't even sound good to me.
I just think maybe you drink vodka straight, Kara. That's what I'm saying. So this was a bizarre agreement that Russia sold Pepsi or in trade for more Pepsi, 17 submarines, a frigate, a cruiser, and a destroyer in 89 to keep the soda flowing to its citizens' mouths. With all this firepower, Pepsi indirectly became the 6th largest naval fleet in the world.
So what did they do with those submarines?
Good question. You think they would have waged war with Coke? It took them down. But instead, they actually turned in all the ships for scrap metal.
Oh, that's not fun.
No, it's not at all.
That's actually smart, though, if it's worth money.
No, I don't want to be smart. I want to have fun, Kara.
Yeah. I want to launch a missile into Montana or something. Can you imagine if someone gave you a destroyer? So many things you could do. So many activities.
So many things you could destroy.
Right. So they called this the deal of the century because actually it paid. I guess it said it came up. It came out to not a lot of money with the steel. We should have asked our guy who competed in trivia yesterday because he sells steel for a living.
Right.
It would have been nice to know. But this was a good deal for Russia, I guess, because it was better than cash or better than money because they just gave up these ships they didn't really want. They had so many ships that they could give up 17 of them. And for Pepsi.
Well, and Pepsi is priceless at the end of the day.
I guess.
Right. I'm assuming they were kind of outdated, too. Like, they didn't need these ships. You know, these just...
I would think that actually that time, because that was pre, Russia falling apart, I think it was 91 when Russia just fell apart, or Soviet Union, I should say, Soviet Union. So they gave up these things. That's when they just kept building up their armory. If you ever see the movie Lord of War with Jared Leto, who's in Piece of Garbage Madness, by the way, to bring everything full circle, great movie, but it's about that, of how the gun runners basically started taking everything in Russia after it went down and then sold all those guns and tanks and missiles and everything over the world. Well, I'm in a lot of history out here today. I'm sorry.
You're a wealth of knowledge.
I'm just trying to educate our people out there. I still think it's funny that they gave
is.
17 ships up for Pepsi.
They should have parked one at Montrose Harbor, made it a bed and breakfast.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Yeah. I would have stayed there.
I wonder if any of it was Crystal Pepsi. I don't know the year range of Crystal Pepsi. That was later. That's the 90s.
That was a
right?
90s thing. That was a 90s thing.
There was Pepsi Clear, I think.
Yeah.
Crystal Pepsi.
Pepsi Blue.
What was that?
It was a blue Pepsi.
It was actually blue color?
I think so, yeah.
Was it good?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Blue Pepsi?
Now, here's a question for you, Brian. Since
Yes.
you're, educating the masses.
Yeah.
Was Russia still under communist regime at this time?
It was, because it was 87.
Oh, my God. Do you imagine the taste of freedom? You crack open a Pepsi can.
Woo!
You just think, oh, this is what Leave It to Beaver and Andy Griffith and everything else that was pure Americana, this is what this led to, was me cracking open a Pepsi in Moscow.
I'm proud to be an American Russian. Whatever. Yeah.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And yes, 25 minutes away from 8 a.m. And that will be Lollapalooza tickets, highly sought after tickets. But as we go throughout the day, you listen to Q101. It's the best soundtrack to the basketball that happens all day today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday. It's the greatest 4 days in sports. Many men get vasectomies on yesterday. You didn't know this, Kara?
No, I did not.
It's the highest time for men to get vasectomies because you basically have to lay and not move for about a week.
Uh-huh.
And March Madness time is that time.
That's a smart planning.
I should have got one.
I agree.
There might be another kid out there. Who knows? Maybe we'll get one more kid between Harper, give her a baby brother or sister.
Yeah.
But this is so awesome. It's great. Now, what we've done, and I'm very happy to do this, is bring back the piece of garbage madness. I did it in 2019. COVID kind of put it aside for a while, and now we're back with people and things and ideas that were pieces of garbage in the last year only. So it might be a few days here and there, but roughly in the last year. The bracket is going up right now on Q101's Facebook page and Q101.com. You'll see it. You can see all the matchups. These are people that you nominated. You did all this. It's all on you. Of course, we had a little bit of help checking in here, and the selection team seeded them all. It's just like the basketball tournament, okay? And we have 4 regions. We have the Italian beef region. We have the deep dish region. We have the Chicago dog region and the tavern style region.
Nice.
Yeah. And, of course, the winner, Total Garbage. We'll have matchups about 3 a day up until April 8th, which will be the finale of the basketball game. That's when ours will match up perfectly with the basketball. But we'll have games every day on the weekend, 3 a day. And the first matchup, here we go. Let's get it started, is the number 1 overall seed, Dalton Mayer Tiffany Henyard.
Wow.
Yes. I mean, she's tough. I mean, the odds are still way in her favor, even though this competition is so tough, okay? Now, she'll be competing against the Cubs, who are a 16 seed. Now, every sports team got in, but the Cubs probably had the best and kind of maybe hope, I guess, for the future. This all happened, of course, previous to what the Bears did in the last week. But, of course, the Bears got to think about last year, what they've already done, not about what they could be.
Right.
So there's different seedings of all the teams. So Tiffany Henyard's a 1 seed. The Cubs are a 16 seed. I'm going to get that matchup here in a second, and then you vote on our Facebook page, Instagram, and Twitter. There'll be polls on Instagram and Twitter. On Facebook in the comments, why don't you put your vote and why.
So like you said, Brian, we're doing 3 matchups a day.
Yeah.
Across social media on all of Q101's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Right.
If you go to those channels right now, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the full bracket is available. You can take a look at it. Thank you to the double features who made a gorgeous, gorgeous bracket for us.
It's amazing.
I feel official. I feel vindicated. We are going to vote on some garbage. It is a lovely time to be alive.
Get there to our socials. And, wow, that was good.
I know. I'm fired
That
up,
was a
baby.
great speech. It's America. So go to our social media. That's where the voting all takes place. Not on the text line, not on calls, but it will take place completely on our social media, on Q101's Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Go vote. It starts. Check out the bracket first and peruse it because it's very funny, the matchups, the things that have been pieces of garbage. But we'll get that first matchup up here in moments.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Okay, so the first matchup is up on Q101's Facebook page, our social media. Tiffany Henyard, a 1 seed, the overall 1 seed against the Cubs. So you vote, you decide, go with your heart. You decide who advances in Piece of Garbage Madness here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
I think 708 is the first time they've ever texted in. We love to see it. Mike from Woodridge. He explained this perfectly. While many of us have been victimized by the Cubs for decades, Tiffany Henyard is truly a piece of garbage for her blatant corruption.
Oh, wow.
These are the things we are weighing here. That is so well said. How, can you look past, again, a lifetime of disappointment for the year of terror that Tiffany Henyard has brought on?
That's right. Remember, it's the biggest piece of garbage, and she's a 1 seed. And listen, please put that up on our Facebook page. We see your text. We see that coming in calls, but vote and decide on Facebook because that's where the voting goes on, and you decide who moves on. So go ahead and do that right now on all of our platforms. Also coming up about 13 minutes away, we have Lollapalooza 4-day passes and a song scramble. That's at 8 a.m. Before we get there, we're going to talk about when you listen to your friend and how that backfired. It's a story this story's going to stay with you for the rest of the day. I can't get it out of my head what this kid did because his friend told him to do it.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's never a good idea.
Well, I've done it a lot, but this one, I can't get it out of my head. I don't know how I'm going to get it out of my head.
Wow.
So
Did he jump off a bridge because his friends were jumping off a bridge?
Exactly.
Not even close to as bad as this one is.
It's worse.
It's worse than jumping off a bridge like your mom or grandmama used to say.
Yep.
You go jump off a bridge? He did it? In the meantime, it's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Finland was named the happiest country in the world, probably because last year the government passed a ban on playing Morrissey.
What the hell?
Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger are working on a new movie. It's the comedy pairing of the decade, responded the 1990s. High schools are bringing back shop class. Shop teachers give the move 2 thumbs up. Well, they would if they still had thumbs. Bill Belichick is writing a book. Based on what we know about Bill, the book jacket won't have sleeves. And a new study claims that money is addictive. Read more about it in the new issue of Problems Morning Radio Hosts Don't Need to Worry About. This is not headline news.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Kenzie appearing live from maternity leave.
You haven't made my sweeper yet.
I know. I'm working on it.
You're so full of crap.
I am full
I
of
know
crap
you're lying
on that.
to me.
I am lying on that. I am lying.
Case, I want a sweeper that does like a big live from maternity leave thing.
Kenzie, I am working on it.
Okay, good.
Okay, that's a lie, too.
No, I email
I
Seth.
trust Case. I know Case because Case will tell me when he's not working on stuff because he's scared of me. Because he knows I'm going to text him about it again.
This is true.
Yeah, so he's honest about
I
it.
work in a hostile work environment.
All right, well, you let me know when that gets done. When Case gets on that through interviewing all his bands and things for his wonderful podcast, The Case 4. And a reminder, you can see Case. And how about this? Monday, April 1st, Kenzie live in person.
Yes. Okay, so this is crazy. So Dakota sent me a DM and to talk about this live in person and was like, but you're not actually going to be there, right? Are you just calling in live? And I go, no, it's going to be the first time I've left my home essentially since I had a baby. Like I'm going to be there.
Perfect spot. Opening day for the Cubs, Almost Home Tavern and Grill. It'll be 6 to 10 a.m. on Monday, April 1st for opening day or the home opener. 3801 North Clark, just north of the Metro and, of course, north of Wrigley Field. Live broadcast. We're going to have incredible ticket giveaways for all these upcoming shows, just like the St. Patty's Day broadcast a few weeks ago or a week ago, whenever it was. I can't remember. And also, opening day, we're going to debut the new Q101 swag for the exclusive Q101 merchandise for the Cubs and for us. It's a great day. We haven't been able to do a broadcast for a Cubs home opener since pre-pandemic. So,
I'm super excited.
oh, yeah. This is going to be amazing.
This is my day. And so my husband's like annoying me though, obviously. And he's been like, he wants to go to opening day. Like he wants to go to the game. And I'm like, well, I'll be down there. So like, yeah, I'll go to the game. And he goes, okay, well, if it's really cold though, you're going to have to come back and be with the baby because I'm not missing opening day.
So what if it's
We
warm?
may bring the baby and we may not. But apparently, even though I'm the one working and already down there, I would have to be the one to come back home.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, it's only fair. You had fun at the broadcast. He
I mean,
should kick back at some point.
He's like, I'm not going to miss what he goes, it's tradition. And I'm like, great, but this baby at work.
Yeah, but what's more important, a tradition that could easily be broken or a baby that's really hard to take care of?
Yeah. I mean, he's not about it. He goes, I can meet you in Rosemont. I'm like, I'm not your co-parent, you jerk. I'm not going to meet you in a town and switch the baby over.
Well, let me ask this question then. What is the over-under temperature for the baby to be at the game?
I don't know. I think it also depends on the accessories to the temperature. So, is it windy? Is it sunny?
The accessory.
Is it rainy?
I've never thought about wind as an accessory before.
Yeah, no, because like the temperature is just like, that's like a rough estimate because if it's 40 but not sunny and windy, it feels super cold. But if it's 40 and sunny and not windy, you're like, it's fall.
Okay, so right now my Yahoo weather app on my phone goes up to only next Friday.
Yeah.
What's the White Sox are Thursday or Friday?
White Sox are Thursday, the 28th.
Okay, so that's 28th, and that's supposed to be 45 degrees and cloudy with a low of 37 and a little bit of wind. Friday's going to be the same. So I
Well,
doubt.
let me see. I think mine goes higher than
Does
theirs.
it?
Yeah.
I can actually go to Wrigley Field because it's saved. Hold on. Daily. Let me
Wait, you
go.
have the weather app saved for Wrigley Field?
Yes.
Let that sit there for a second.
You guys don't understand what. Okay, so mine goes up that. It says high of 49 and sunny.
On opening day?
Yeah, and only a 2% chance of rain. That's, to me, this gives 75% energy that my baby's going to the game.
At 49 degrees?
49 and sunny. The accessories matter.
So
49 and snowy, which wouldn't happen. Rainy. Sorry, my bad.
Okay, so
Is a no.
so the real feel at 49 is 51 by Wrigley Field. That's what I'm gonna,
Right. At least. Without wind, he
Yeah.
has a lot of little fuzzy outfits. He's going to look adorable.
All right. So 49, or I say we can say 50 is the over/under depending on the accessories.
Right. Well, right in there. I think that if it's below freezing, I won't bring up. I think that's going to be tough.
I think that's probably good parenting.
If it's in a snowy range, I cannot.
Well, you're a hero on that one.
Yeah,
You're-
no, thank you for taking a stand.
Well, but you know what? Why don't you bring Harper to the game and then our kids can have their first baseball game, the first Cubs game together?
I'm down. Harper has missed a game last year. Didn't go to one game. Was terrible.
She
And
missed all of them.
She missed. That's what I mean. Didn't go to one. So that'd be great. I'm down with that.
How about you bring Harper? Because Brian didn't know this. I don't know if you know this case. You don't
Uh-oh.
have kids, so you probably don't care. But you get a first game certificate when you go. So they give you a really cute signed certificate, and you get a picture. You'd love this with the mascot.
Oh, Kenzie,
Yeah.
honey, I know all about this because
Okay.
because the White Sox do the same thing. And
Yeah.
when I went to a White Sox game with my friend who was in his early 40s 2 years ago, it was his first White Sox game.
What?
And he made sure that he got a certificate and a photo with the mascot there. He
Period.
was really into it.
Wait a minute. There's no age restriction?
No, it's a
Why would there be an
free-for-all.
age restriction?
Because they'd have a line of about 80 adults living in their basement trying to get a picture with the mascot.
Trust me, not a lot of people want the certificate, Brian.
Really?
It has a very childlike energy to it. There's like
Yes.
little bears on it and stuff.
It looks like a kids menu.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's your?
But I was telling Brian because I'm like, oh my God, because last year he said about once a week that he was going to take Harper. And I go, don't forget to get the first game certificate.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you talking about? So thank God you didn't bring her because she would have missed out on this primetime memory.
I feel you because I never had that opportunity to take a baby to Wrigley Field before. So I appreciate that information.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We just had Kenzie on talking about the Cubs broadcast, which, by the way, will be epic at the Almost Home Tavern and Grill, 3801 North Clark Street, just north of the Metro and, of course, north of Wrigley Field, Monday, April 1st. That is the Northsiders opening day, home opener, I should say, with a live broadcast, a lot of special guests, major concert ticket giveaways like we did with St. Patty's Day last week, and opening day Q101 swag. You'll be the first to have that. I got to say, our shirt department, when it comes to the White Sox and the Cubs swag for opening days, and this will be the Cubs one, of course, are incredible. So be there for it. Be with us. And Kenzie will be live in person, as she said there.
I just saw the graphic for the opening day Q101 Cub shirt that we're going to give away there. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Zach, our graphic design guy, among other things, the million jobs that he has here, crushed it. Really cool shirt.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
like-
you can get that there when you come see us.
Come see us again. Q101.com has the info. Almost Home Tavern and Grill, Monday, April 1st, 6 to 10 in the morning. Be on site with us because it's going to be a party. I don't know why I used that voice.
I don't know why either.
I just felt like it. Kenzie, really dying to talk about the royal family picture scandal, which I know you've seen come across your timeline and maybe not even understand it because maybe you don't care enough about them. But it is a fascinating thing going on that I wanted to get into it with her as well. So about 5 minutes away on that, but it is 9 o'clock right now. So let's get it out there for you again. One more time. How about Ticket Blitz Thursday? Let's go.
The ticket window is open. Ticket Blitz Thursday.
On Q101.
And Kings of Leon. Special guest Fantagram at Northerly Island on Saturday, September 28th. Tickets on sale now. Our great friends with Live Nation help giving us some free ones to give to you. So text Mustang. That's their new song. Text Mustang. M-U-S-T-A-N-G. Mustang. Also a sweet car.
It's a sweet song. I love that new Kings of Leon song.
Dare I say it's one of my favorite songs, besides Sex on Fire, which put him on the map. But Mustang is probably one of my favorite songs since, and we're going back a long time, like 16, 17 years.
A return to form, if you will.
Oh, I love it. A lot of guitar. So text Mustang to 312-591-8300 right now. Do not call for this one. Text Mustang to 312-591-8300 for your chance to win tickets to see Kings of Leon. That's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're just talking about the Cubs broadcast, which will be so much joy. Again, all the information at Q101.com about the Brian and Kenzie opening day broadcast for the Cubs, the home opener at Wrigley at the Almost Home Bar. So join us out there for that.
You know what I just thought about?
What's that?
Is that it's on, like, the bosses are like, hey, you're going to have to come to this. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's on April 1st, and I'm like, April Fools.
Oh, my God. No, you're going to show
I
up.
stayed home.
The April Fool's joke is that you're there and that you're in person.
That's the joke.
I won't do it. I just thought it would be funny.
Oh, boy. Well, something that's really weird that's going on, I don't think it'll be settled by the time we do this broadcast, is this Kate Middleton drama. Now, you're obviously busy with the baby, but have you followed any of this? Because I get the feeling this story is big but small, and I mean that not everybody cares about the royal family, but I just care about what's going on in this weird world that nobody's seen her in public since Christmas, and then there's these weird photos that have been photoshopped, and she even said, I'm not so good at photoshopping just like everybody else out there or editing photos. But it all seems like, is she really saying it as we live in this world where anything can be created, any kind of truth can be created, any kind of lie can be created? And it's got a whole bunch of people talking about the situation where what's wrong with her? Is she been kidnapped? What's happening? No one's seen her.
I know. So no one's seen her. So that photo came out. Everyone's like, this is Photoshop. They think she's Photoshopped it, all that stuff, right?
Yep.
And then there was a video, like an actual video that came out kind of almost in response to this. You know how they plant like, no, she's been spotted now, right? And she was walking. And she was walking very well for someone who just had abdominal surgery. It was shockingly great strides. And then on top of that, when you zoomed in on her face as far, it didn't really look like her.
Right.
Now, my theory is she did not have abdominal surgery and she had work done. And that's why you haven't seen her. And that's why pictures don't look exactly like her. And I feel like she's trying to maybe hide it a little. Maybe she's a little embarrassed. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's frowned upon. They have like very weird rules in the royal family. I don't know if you've ever read up on any of their rules, like down to like nail polish color and stuff. So maybe there's some rule bending there. But I just feel like she's fine, but she did something she wasn't supposed to do, like bought a new nose or something.
That's an interesting take. I did not even think of that at all. I was just more captivated with the story that, she hasn't been seen in almost 3 months in public, and except that video you're talking about where she looks different. And their paparazzi or TMZ is so much worse than even ours as far as where they go. But yeah,
their people are so much more boring that they follow. They're like, oh, another tea party. I'm like, whatever. Ours are like nuts. Like people in America, when you follow them, the things you find out are shocking. It's like they're just like, oh, well, no cleavage again. Just hanging out really appropriately.
Well,
Wah, wah.
people may not be aware, but Kenzie is an amazing photo editor. Has made me look incredible. All the photos I use as far as press photos here for Q101 have been altered by Kenzie
Yep.
to make me look just somewhat respectable.
Well, I found it terrifying when they were like, well, Instagram's going to start flagging edited photos. I'm like, how about you settle down? It's none of your business. You know what I mean? It's none of your business.
Well, yeah, that's how they Getty Images flagged these photos when they were edited. Legitimate journalism, I guess. But yeah, Instagram shouldn't be going about that way.
Yeah, settle down. I didn't get the chance to tan this week. You know what I mean? Like, calm down.
How many influencer IG models would disappear if all their photos, the ones that were edited, had to get taken down?
It'd be like the plague. They would just all disappear one day.
Well, Brian, a bunch of your Instagram would go away too. I've edited all your photos.
Well, all the good ones. Yeah, all the good ones would be gone.
But wait, what does she edit? What are you afraid of?
She just made me look good.
No, not Kenzie. No, Brian.
Yeah, she made me
No,
look.
you look perfect, Kenzie. Don't worry about
my,
it.
thank you.
my skin is very pasty, and she added a nice tone to it. And
I emphasize his jawline too. He wasn't happy about his chin situation, so I did that.
Do you
and
not
then-
like your chin?
well, it's doubled. I mean,
Yeah.
in a certain mode, it's like soft.
And I made
In
it.
a
I made
certain
it pretty.
mode? Was it flat? You have a flaccid chin?
Well, in the certain mode of whatever mode, one like a seat in a car, like 1, 2, 3, 4, backing the seat up with the automatic seat. Like my head when it hits a certain way, my chin doubles.
Sometimes he has like a. If you look at him, Case, look at him right now.
I'm
Are you
looking at him right now.
Okay. Sometimes he kind of looks like a chicken.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
You're not wrong. I'm not going to. I'm
It's
not
like
going to.
that. So I tightened that up. Did a little smoothing of the face, gave him a tan, darkened his hair so it would look thicker, just like things like that.
She didn't have it. It's not me anymore.
Just little things like that.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.